Okay, so there is something, a common practice, in my honest opinion, that many families of two or family of one, they seem to practice this pretty often. What am I talking about? Back in a minute. Hey, this is Jan. I'm from New York City and I love, love, love helping people to keep some more of their own hard earned money. How's everybody doing today? Hope that this audio video, as always, finds everybody doing well. I noticed something because I have a few friends that have actually done this, and I ask myself why, and I'm wondering if it's a general trend with people that are families of one or families of two. And it goes like this. For some reason, they do not take advantage of something that the grocery store actually offers all the time. Family sizes of meats, okay, like chicken, beef, pork, etc. Especially when the family packages go on sale of an item that that family of one or two enjoys. They feel because they're a small family, they shouldn't get the family pack. And I'm like, no. Actually, I look at it this way. I look at it like, well, you just hit the grocery store jackpot. Because if you can get a family size package of meat, especially, hello, if it's on a manager special, the only thing you need to do, like with every other time that there is a manager special of meat, you have to take action with it right away. You don't just bring it home, throw it in your fridge, leave it there for a week and do nothing. No. Whenever you get manager specials of meat, you either freeze it immediately, okay, or you cook it that day. Now, here's my suggestion. Never dismiss those, especially if it's obviously an item that you want, that you enjoy. So take full advantage. Next, you go home and either you cook the item or you separate the packages right away, wrap them properly, and freeze. You just hit the jackpot and saving. So don't dismiss it. I want to talk to you a minute about meal planning. Now, some people have their own definition of meal planning. And yes, there goes the bird clock. Just saying, just saying. Let it do its thing. Hello, bird clock. Anyway, so what I want to really say is this. We need to get more organized in how we divide our food up. What do I mean by that? People don't tend to make large batches of things. I'm not talking about like a commercial kitchen worth of food when I say large batches. If you make a large batch of a food, do you not you personally, do we not realize, for example, how many other future meals we are getting? Okay. Because people are fixated on negative images in their mind's eye of a leftover. Number one, I don't like to use the word leftover for that reason. I rather say the word do over because you're actually making over an entirely different meal. Now, that's not to say, and I do recommend one does that. Let's say you make a sizable amount of food, whether you're a family of one, two, or 10. Let's say you make a sizable amount of food. Who's to stop you from keeping that original meal and making a bunch of individual servings and packing them up in individual wrapped containers for the future? For example, let's say that people are out at night doing soccer or whatever, and you come home and there's nothing there done. All you have to do is take down something from the freezer, pop it in your microwave, you got your meal, or your oven. So, I mean, there's so much flexibility with the single serving meal. So don't forget that. Also, basically, you're manufacturing your own frozen entrees. Nothing wrong with that, right? We have no problem buying a frozen entree, right? A single serve. Why can't we manufacture our own? And at the end of the day, it turns out usually to be cheaper in the long run. There are a lot of things that one can do, whether it's one or two or 10, at the grocery store, at the planning level. This is what I'm referring to meal planning. I'm not saying on Monday you eat rice, on Tuesday you eat beans, on Wednesday you eat tuna. No. A lot of people get mixed up with that concept. That is not exactly what I'm saying. But have components ready. and be flexible enough to take, let's say you have a quiet weekend afternoon and it's raining out and you don't mind staying home in your kitchen, or it's chilly out, or running your oven, or your slow cooker, which is your best friend when you want to multitask. You can multitask a whole batch of food in your slow cooker, and you could just divide everything up and put it away. Because I will always say this: food in the freezer is like money in the bank, especially if it's stuff that you like to eat, stuff that you got at a great price. Just knowing it's there is a great feeling. It's nice to know that you're all set. There was a time that I was so organized, really, that I would have my entire month's worth of dinners pre planned, pre done, and in the freezer at one time. This was, well, probably, I don't know, a few years back, whatever. But it was very, very handy. Then I got a little more like, not lazy about it, but not paying that much attention to it. But it can be a fun project, and I might go back to it. Who knows? In 23. That's what's great about life. You can always change your mind and start over or redesign it or whatever. What are your plans? Do you take advantage? Question: do you take advantage of manager specials? Do you make large batches of food? Do you manufacture your own frozen entrees, if you will? Just wondering, just curious. Do you believe that these things can be a money saver? Actually, they're not only a money saver, but they are a time saver. And I always say this: time is even more valuable than money. Money's replaceable, time is not replaceable. So if you're having a tough day, suppose you don't feel well, this is where frozen batches of homemade from scratch, the real deal, not a can, not that there's anything wrong with the can, but homemade chicken soup from scratch that you've made in the past when you were feeling great, you have it ready. Wait a minute, I'm kind of feeling not so great today. And just the thought of slicing, dicing, and chopping up, just too tired and achy. Big deal. Just take it down from the freezer, put a little bit of water in a saucepan. You may want to add a dash of salt and pepper, or one small bouillon cube to it to revive it. Put the frozen block item right in it and just put it on a slow simmer for a half hour. You got your meal as if you as if you made it the exactly same day. There's something to be said for it. I think, in my honest opinion, that most of us underutilize things that we can do. We're just so busy, or we just don't think. So if there's any way that you could organize your meals better, if you are a family of one or two, don't not buy manager special like family packs. If you see family pack, you're a family of one or two, in my opinion, literally you just hit the meat jackpot. So don't think, well, I'm a small family, I can't buy that large package of meat. Not true. Not true. If you found value in this video, thank you for smashing down the like button. Have an amazing, fantastic day. And I really do appreciate every single one of you. All right. So you take good care now. Bye-bye.